Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. I am very brown looking. That's what I was working on before I turned the video on. I tell you what, man. I'm not sad anymore as much as I am just angry. I am just angry. We shouldn't have lost that game. I am angry. I am angry. I'm just mad. I am just mad. So I'm gonna try and fix my color here. I don't know what happened to it. You like my Legos in the floor too? Okay, what's going on, Craig? Another 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. shift. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm still mad too. Yesterday I was more sad than I was angry, but today I'm just angry. Not really sad. I'm over the sad part. I'm into the angry part. I don't know why my color is all weird here. Let me play around with stuff. Whoa, that's not good. Gosh. Oh, that's a little better anyhow. At least I'm not totally orange. I don't know what's going on. How's it going, MK? How's everybody doing? Oh man, number of things that really bother me about, I talked about this, that we did not do any game planning, none on defense, none. And I really want to go, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I am missing something, but I don't think I am because Todd Bowles just doesn't game plan. It's just typical of him. He just runs his thing, and we've got a gazillion different fronts and looks, and we just do that. What's up, Tom? Craig, what's going on? But it's the playoffs. Playoffs are always a different beast. You're always going to get different looks. You're going to get people throwing things at you, the kitchen sink and all that good stuff. And we didn't even game plan really for a running quarterback. I mean, I didn't even see, serious edge discipline. I didn't see, we did see 2, maybe 3 plays where we had a spy. They run a no huddle offense. I mean, they had 55 plays by my count. 55 no huddle offensive plays. And I was showing in the defense how we were confused. There was a couple times where our guys were running on the field, off the field, very late. We just did. It was like we weren't prepared for a no huddle offense. I mean, how do you not? McLaurin had 10 catches. How do you not shut down their number 1 receiver? They don't have any other receivers. Matter of fact, look, I'm gonna look at this. I think that I know we had. Yeah, actually, they had more passes to different players than we did. We only threw the ball to Evans, McMillan, Otten, White, and Irving. 5 guys. But they threw 10 passes to McLaurin. He got 89 yards. But then Brown got 5 passes and he had 89 yards. Just how do you not shut down anything? you shut down their running game, I guess. I don't know, man. My camera is going all wacky crazy. If I could get a decent color on here. Color is very strange. Anyhow, I just feel like it was just low effort. I feel like it was low effort by the coaching staff. That's what I feel. And I haven't watched. I watched Baker Mayfield's press conference right after the game, and I watched Todd Bowles' press conference right after the game. That was it. I haven't watched anything else, but I need to go back. I need to go and watch these press conferences to see one, what kind of questions are these reporters asking, and two, what kind of answers I'm going to get for some of this stuff. You know, well, I mean, why did we Rashad White, just cut him out in the past few weeks? I know we all talked, and I talked about it too. We wanted Bucky Irvin to be the number one, right? But that doesn't mean cut White out. We all saw Bucky Irvin get blowed up in pass protection. What's up, Rampage? Tom, who you calling out, man? Oh, Craig, I'd say the defense. I'd say the defense. I would say the defense lost us the game. We couldn't stop them. They could basically do whatever they wanted to on offense. I was looking at the I was looking at the drives on offense and defense, ball possession and drive charts. And it is crazy. It is crazy. They had one drive that was 4 plays, and that resulted in a touchdown. That was when Baker fumbled the ball. Other than that, all their drives were over 10 plays. Their first drive was 7 plays, but it went 47 yards, and they turned it over on downs at the Tampa Bay 20. But here's the number of plays they ran. First drive, 7. Second drive, 17 plays for 92 yards. Third drive, 11 plays for 32 yards. Fourth drive, 10 plays for 66 yards. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth play, 12 plays, 50 yards. Then that goes 4 plays for 13 yards and a touchdown, and then 10 plays for 51 yards. All of those ended in scoring, except for 2 times they turned it over in downs. And that was, one was on the Tampa Bay 3, one was on the Tampa Bay 20. They were in our end zone. So we just couldn't do it. What's up, Jay Rich? We couldn't stop them. We couldn't stop them from scoring, man. And then we have on our side, we only had one drive that went over 10 plays. And it was a touchdown. They had 5 drives that went over 10 plays and scored. I just, it wasn't a good look all the way around, you know. I mean, Mike balled out. I think individual guys had good games, but I really, it was the coaching. I think it was the coaching, man. You know, I mean, some of these play calls, again, it's the same crap we've seen all year. You know, and then some of the, not just the play calls, but miscommunication, guys out of position, and we did see on offense mistakes, which we haven't seen all year. You know, it's one of the things I've raved about with Liam Cohen, you know, just how he's got these guys running smooth like clockwork. I didn't like Cohen's play calling. Yeah, they relegate, right, the kickoff duty. That was so weird. Yeah, Rashad, that's all he did basically was kickoff. I mean, what did he have, 4 kickoff returns or something? I know, I'm all orange, man. I don't know what happened to my camera. I left it running, playing while I went in the shower, and I come back, sat down, and it was all funky color. Yeah, Bowles doesn't adapt for the players on the field. That includes his own players, and he doesn't adapt to whoever he's playing. Yeah, but leaving Josh Hayes alone with Terry McC, that was probably one of the most boneheaded plays I've seen for a touchdown. Bowles always blames the players, man. I mean, he'll say we got to coach it better, we got to coach them up better, and they got to play better, some crap like that. But he's never, ever that I'm aware of taken blame for anything. And I would love somebody to ask him. One of these things. Say, what exactly did you do to game plan for this offense? I want to know. I want to know what you did different. You didn't do anything. I was so mad watching that all 22. I'm like, this is the same crap we get in the regular season. You can't go into the playoffs doing the same crap you've done in the regular season. You can't do it. Nobody does it. Especially when you get beat in the regular season doing that crap. This orange color is driving me crazy. Let me see it. All right, hold on. Would it be saturation? Let me go. Whoa! There we go. That's a little better. Still a little funky, but we'll live with it. Oh, I'm way behind on chat. Good grief. Oh, I hear you, MK. I hear you. I've just been stewing all day. I keep going. I keep reading. I'm trying to homeschool my kids and stuff, and I'll just stop and I'll run over to the computer and I'll look up some stats or something, and I'll just be like, ah! And then what's up, Gotti? Joe, what's going on, man? Yeah, when I looked at the ball possession and drive chart, it just blew my mind. Just blew my mind. It's ugly. Oh, that run by Baker was awesome, Craig. When he steamrolled Wagner. Wagner! Oh, Barton admitted that he screwed up the timing of the Baker Mayfield fumble. What about that when he snapped it early that other time? Did he talk about that one? No, he didn't, Rampage. Did he say that twice in the first 3 minutes? Oh my gosh. I can't stand that. I'm gonna make a video. Why does my webcam keep changing colors? I'm gonna make a video of him just saying that. I'm gonna turn everything off. White balance going off. Oh my gosh. Is it the white balance causing it? No. So I'm gonna turn that off. This is ridiculous. Look, I'm almost as bad as balls, man. I'm not game ready. Ah. 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 Wow, 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 wow. How about that? Is that better? That's a little better. Oh well, it shouldn't change colors now. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna make a video of all the times Todd Bowles has said that we gotta coach it. We gotta coach it better and play it better. So annoying. Why are you calling me out, Tom? What'd I do? Yeah, we have to go through everything this year so we can win it next year. Joe, I hope you are right. I hope you are right. I can't get the color right on this thing. Ah, there's like a little window here. I keep feeling like I'm not hitting it right. Oh well. Anyhow. Yeah, well, I'll be honest with you, Rampage. This playoff, I was not impressed with Cohn's play calling. Uh, it kind of looked to me like he panicked a little bit at sometimes. Um, so I don't know how he would do as a head coach. I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to say. Yeah, White's not the best at kickoff returns. I don't understand why they even have him back there. I'm not gonna say it, Tom. I'm not gonna say it. I don't know. Give me a moment. I might say the Eckler fumble. 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Let me see. Let me bring up my notes and stuff. We're gonna look at some game film here. I got so many dang windows and stuff open. There we go. Yeah. Bring this over here. Maybe. I don't remember that, Gotti. The fumble by Eckler. Did it show it on replay that we got it? It's sunset sunset color. Yeah, this is the evening colors, gents. Gosh, look at my beard. I'm like a hobo. Orange is the new look. Orange is the new black, man. Yeah. Offense didn't get enough plays in the game. This is true. This is true. The offense couldn't do anything either. I mean, we could. We just didn't make the right calls, I think. I mean, we had dropped only one dropped pass that I can remember. Um, Run game was really going nowhere. Yeah, the turnover on downs should be labeled as a turnover, right? I mean, you do have to, yeah, you do have to give our defense credit for that. We did stop them twice on fourth down. But this is another one of those things. They went for it on 3rd and 1. They did a quarterback sneak, and they got it. And when we lined up, we didn't. We lined up. The linebackers kind of got closer to the line, but we didn't play for a quarterback sneak really. And it was the dumbest thing in the world because Jaden Daniels always is in shotgun. Always. He plays in shotgun all the time. He played in shotgun every play in this game except for twice. One on a 3rd and 1 where he did a quarterback sneak, and the other one was when I showed the replay of it where he did the screen pass on the blitz play. That was it. Those are the only 2 times he went under center. So if you got a quarterback who's always playing a shotgun, and then he goes under center in a 3rd and 1, any idiot in the world would think, oh, quarterback sneak. Let's crowd the line. Let's prepare for a quarterback sneak. We didn't. And they got it, of course. It's just one of those things where you're just like, what's going on here? Why would you not expect a quarterback sneak there? And just play for the quarterback sneak. It is so weird trying to get these colors right. I feel like I'm so off. I don't know. Every time I say, screw it, I look over and I'm like, oh, I hate the way I look. Yes, 100%, Joe. 100%. Bowles is more scheme than situation. Yes, and it's been that way forever. He's always been like that. Put some Bucks gear on. Yeah, that probably would help. Maybe that's what it is. It's the blue on all the red and stuff back here. Yeah, look at all the red. It's all like brown. I don't know. Just deal with it. That's a good question, Joe. I didn't really pay attention to the offensive line when I was going over the all 22. I just went over it real quick to take some notes. That's what she said. Yeah, it was a pleasure, man. I mean, we got to remember this is sports, it's entertainment. It was fun, up and down. It's blue. It's supposed to be blue in here. Yeah, we should have really taken advantage of them turning the ball over on downs. We just didn't. We played a very conservative game on offense. It was very strange because we haven't done that all year long. I mean, it's not like we play a crazy wild game, the risk it no biscuit game, but we do so much more during the regular season offensively than we did in this game. And I don't know if it was just because we just couldn't get going. I mean, Baker Mayfield only had 18 pass attempts. Jaden Daniels had twice as many pass attempts. That's a quarterback that doesn't really throw the ball that much. He runs. He's a running quarterback. I know. Turnover one down should be considered a turnover now. What's up, Juan? That fumble didn't help. But I would argue that it was our defense. We just couldn't stop them at all. And they just used up so much time off the clock. Now, yeah, I mean, we stopped them twice on 4th down, but that was on the Tampa Bay 3 and the Tampa Bay 20. So they were already in our territory. So we stopped them there, but that was the only time. They never punted. They never punted. They just got the ball and just marched down the field. And they'd hit us with chunk plays, small plays, mid plays. And we just didn't see, we had nothing for them, man. Nothing for them. We did stop the run game. And Daniels didn't burn us on runs. I wonder if a lot of that was because of McCullum nailing him out of bounds. That was a great hit. I was so pumped after that hit. I was like, yes. Yeah, we had very few plays. Very few plays. And it was split evenly between run and pass. As a matter of fact, I think we had more run plays than we did pass plays. Let me check. Let me look real quick. And that fumble is so weird because, I've been raving about that all year long about how good our offense has been not messing up like that. That's what I give Liam so much credit for. It's because he has these guys moving like clockwork. He did it immediately. And then in the playoffs, that's when we make the mistakes. Okay, so we had 18 pass attempts and we had 25 rushing attempts. Yeah, so we had, well, seven of those were Mayfield. So we had 18 pass attempts and 18 running plays with our running backs. So it was split down the middle. And then Mayfield ran 7 times. Man, we just shouldn't have lost that game. This color's driving me crazy. Yeah, Zion knocked the crap out of Daniels. That was great. Yes. And Baker steamrolling Bobby Wagner. Barrett Rudd jersey. No, Molly's got a Barrett Rudd jersey. For real. She does. I want to say that was her first jersey she ever got. It might be pink too. Can't remember. Yeah, they're very strong rotational players. Gaines and Nelson. Although Gaines didn't really, I don't know. He didn't do a whole lot this year. I didn't think. Right? Yeah. Why couldn't we fumble in our 50-point game? Yeah. That's when you would need to make mistakes, right? Yeah, it'll be weird not having Nelson back. It'd be like weird not having Golston back or Levante. Was Mayfield trying to hand it off to McMillan? Is that what the play was? It was a jet sweep, and we just fumbled the handoff. Todd wouldn't. Yeah, Rampage. Todd would Bowles would drop Vita back in coverage. Or Cansey. Big boys. They take up a lot of room. They cover a lot of grass. I'm just standing there. Yeah, I agree with you there, Juan. But a lot of people say we need edge. They're not wrong about that either. But we got to do something about our linebacker situation. Especially if David's not going to come back. And it'd be nice to have cornerbacks, but I don't know if this coaching staff could do anything with them. When Bucky was stopped short on the early snap play, yeah, we should have went for it. I thought we were going to. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed we didn't, but at the same time, I was like, it's a close game. We just got to get our offense clicking. That's what I kept saying this whole game. Because I gave up on our defense clicking. Yeah. Definitely that play against the Panthers completely saved us there. We should have lost that game, which is embarrassing. It's embarrassing to say. How in the world do you beat the Detroit Lions, Philadelphia Eagles, the Washington Redskins, unless you could say you just caught them all on bad days, which seems like it was. But then going to overtime with the Carolina Panthers. I know it's the NFL, any given Sunday and everything, but man, there's got to be a level. You know, it's just sometimes we step up, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we have great games, sometimes we don't. It's almost like it's just a flip of a coin. That's what I feel like Todd Bowles' coaching style is, coin flipping. I know he flips coins with his play calling. I know it. I know it. It may not be literally coins, but he has a randomness about his play calling that can only be done through a random generator, coin flipping or pulling numbers out of a hat, something. Gotti wants cornerback first, left guard. You don't like Bredesen, whatever his name is. Middle linebacker and then edge. Hmm. All right. We're gonna look at some game film here. Go back through my notes. Uh, you know, the second quarter, first play in the second quarter. Yeah. Yeah, we got dinged for the too many men in the huddle. And I was pointing out yesterday a couple times where we just weren't prepared on defense. When they snap the ball, you can see them. Some of the defensive line guys were still standing, looking around. The too many men. We were constantly making mistakes like that, but the we did this play yesterday, but I forgot to point something out. You know, the Washington ran no huddle. That's what they do. They've done it all year. It's not a surprise. I mean, we talked about it and everything. We got to be prepared for it, but it's like we weren't prepared for it because right here, this is the first play to start the second quarter, right? And look, this is Logan Hall. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot my damn tablet's not working. Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna have to do it with the keyboard. This is Logan Hall down here running on the field. And he barely gets there. They actually snap the ball right when he goes to get down into his position. Look at that, right? That right as soon as he. Okay. So they did wait for him to get in position. But what is this about? I mean, this they just had a huge timeout for the quarter and they can't get enough guys on the field. Logan Hall didn't know he was supposed to be on the field. He's running out here late. It's the first play in the second quarter. It's like we weren't prepared for this game or something. What did we do all week long? I don't know. Okay. Let's look at some fourth quarter stuff. We got all the way to the fourth quarter yesterday. So let's do it. Let's do some fourth quarter stuff. This is the first play in the fourth quarter. It's a 3rd and 10 on the Tampa Bay 32. Now this one is one where I was like, do we have a spy on here? Is 45 spying? Where is 45? Maybe it's not this play. Is this the fourth quarter? No, this is a third quarter. Dang it. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. 45 spying here. We can say that. Now, did you notice how long he had to throw? I timed it. It's almost 5 seconds. It's 4.75 seconds, and he never gets pressured. We get Tryon gets blocked completely out of the picture. Watch this. 71 blocks him completely out of the picture. Look at this. Tryon is over here. Tryon is supposed to be over here. That's a good 15 yards, at least 10. That's a good 10 yards. He's blocked out of the picture. Vita's double teamed and possibly held a little bit. You can't see a hold, but it looks like it is. Yaya finally breaks free after 4.5 seconds. And this is single, everybody's single blocked except for Vita. Cansey doesn't do anything. And 45 is spying on Daniels. But he has almost 5 seconds back here. Look at this. And then it ends up being a defensive pass interference on McCollum, which puts the ball on the 1-yard line. This was a 3rd and 10. Third and 10. If we would have just stopped this, which you didn't need to do this because the ball was thrown way out of bounds, or not way out of bounds, but he wasn't ever going to be able to catch that. I mean, the ball lands way out here. They were way over here. He wasn't going to get that. Most likely. But anyhow, you can't let a quarterback sit back there for 5 seconds scanning the field. You got somebody's going to break free. You can't ask these guys to cover for 5 seconds, man. On 3rd and 10, and you had 3 guys who were being blocked one-on-one. And Tryon gets blocked completely out of the picture. And Yaya breaks free, but he breaks free only because Daniels steps over here and his blocker doesn't realize it. See, he's being blocked up right here, but for some reason, Daniels goes over here, right there, and that allows, yeah, I don't know why Daniels goes over here. And you can't win football like that, man. But then the very next play, Cansey beats his man and gets a tackle for a loss. No, it's not this play. It's the next play. See, going to the right. He probably did this at least 20 times. Yeah, almost there. Made him throw it away, though, so, that's good. On this one, Cansey gets he beats his man, gets a tackle for a loss. This is a pretty good play. Boom! Beautiful. Right here. Look at this mess over here. Boom. Beautiful. Look at that. Vita gets by. Is that Nelson? He's coming too. So that's good. Okay. This next play. Remember when Mike Evans stretches backwards for the first down? It was a 3rd and 7. Third and 7. I don't know what's going on here. What in the world? Give me 1 second. Let me figure out. Is that the 3rd quarter? And I wrote it down as the 4th quarter? I don't see it anywhere. Hold on. Oh, I'm a big dummy. Okay. I had it filtered with Washington, the Redskins, only showing their offensive plays. Okay. It's one of those days, man. One of those days. I'm just angry. I'm upset, man. I'm upset. Okay. 12:39. This was when Baker throws it to Mike Evans, and Evans reaches back and gets the first down. This is a 3rd and 7. Okay, where's Mike? Here's Mike. Boom. And then right here, it's not first down, but he reaches back. Oh, makes a miracle play. Great play. Here's the problem now. Shepard is wide open across the middle for a first down, and most likely more. Here's Shepard because they got busted coverage. Look at that. Shepard is wide open going across the middle. But Baker is focused on Evans. He focused on Evans heavy in this game. This would have been probably much more in the first down. He would have caught it. Depends on if he could have avoided getting tackled here. But this was a sure first down. Shepard didn't have a single catch in this game. He didn't even throw it to him. But Shepard was wide open there. So, this was kind of a one scary. I do y'all know how I feel about these anything on the outside this close to the end zone is just a pick six waiting to happen. And this guy's got leverage, man. I mean, he could get up under Mike. Of course, it's Mike. He's not going to, but still, I don't like it. But anyhow, it's short, and Mike had to stretch to get the first down. I don't know why he didn't just throw it to 17. It was running wide open across the middle. Great play by Mike, though. The next one is the fumble, the jet sweep. We looked at it yesterday. So y'all are saying that the center mistimed the snap, which threw off the timing of the handoff. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't see it. I mean, it was definitely, I felt like I felt like the, see, to me, it doesn't look like he's trying to hand it off. I just, I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to know. Was he trying to hand it off there? Let's look at the blocking on the left. If these guys, well, if these guys block, then that's a would be a better indicator. Okay, he's blocking. He looks like he was getting the block too. And 78 out of here too. So yeah, they were probably going to do that jet sweep. I don't know why Barton would. Huh. If Mayfield would have turned the other way, it probably would have worked. You know, if he would have spun towards the left. I don't know. Dunno. Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. I thought maybe this was that 88 was going to be, yeah, because he doesn't look like he was going to block. But I think he's looking back because somebody was screaming ball. So he looked back. You know, I originally thought he was looking back, waiting for a pass. But see, the ball's already out. People are probably yelling ball, ball, ball. So he turns around and looks. See, yeah, I bet this was a jet sweep. And it was fumbled at the point of contact. We've done these types of plays all year long, a lot, and we haven't messed them up. It's so weird that it would happen during this game. And this was after the defense had made that great stop on the 3 yard line. And gave the ball, had to make them go right back out there in the fourth quarter, man. We were winning at this point too, 17-13. 11:58. If we could have marched down the field, knocked off about 5-6 minutes of the clock, scored a touchdown or a field goal, would have been a much different game, man. All right, 9:50. I'll get to chat here in a second. This one. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, this is the one that just infuriates me. 4th and 2. 4th and 2. Is this a? Did they score a touchdown? Is this a 2 point? Oh yeah. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, 4th and 2. This is Josh Hayes. This is their number one receiver. This is a backup. This is their number one receiver. All right. We've got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven guys go back into coverage. And guess what we don't do? We don't give this guy any help whatsoever. Everybody else is doubled. Look at this. Double, double. We leave him totally alone on an island with their number one receiver. Guess who gets the ball? Guess who gets the touchdown? That's just bad. This is just bad play calling, bad coaching right here. This guy. I mean, what's it? Why isn't he back here? At the start, at the snap of the ball, he should have moved back. Into like a safety position to help cloud this guy. In case he went for a corner out, even a slant, anything. This guy, he should have been helping this guy. What's he do? Just stands there. He's just standing there. He's more concerned about this guy. Oh, and McLaurin pushes off there too, which is, they did that all game, and they were very successful with it too. It's what Mike does. We can't get mad about it. Right here, when he makes his cut, right there, pushes off, and that's where he gets the separation. And he just needs a little bit. There it is. Is that Winfield? Like he was pointing. He was like, I was supposed to be over here, man. I don't know. He's yelling. He's talking to somebody about the play. All right, what's going on with the chat? Coin flip should be his nickname. Yeah. Do we sign free agents from our own division? Who do we got? Who's going to be available? In I don't know, man. I've been back and forth with this for a number of years with Todd Bowles. It's like I feel like it's not a talent problem. I feel like we could get the best cornerbacks in the world, and I feel like they're just not going to perform well. I don't know, man. Don't know. Yeah, Logan Hall just I don't understand it at all. That's one of those things that makes me really wonder about the coaching staff. You're like, why? Him and Tryon both. I'm like, why do we have these guys starting? That's a good point, Craig. Yeah. Trey, Ole Miss. He got his Ole Miss guys that lined up. Hey, God, see if you can find some all 22 from this season from Ole Miss. Send it to me. And do you think we could get Garrett? We should have some cap money this year, right? You got to coach it better and play it better. That's right. That's right, Craig. It was very simple. I don't know why I didn't see that. McMillan panic. Yeah, that's how I felt too. He felt like he was getting beat. Didn't realize the ball was kind of uncatchable and just tackled him. Right, exactly, Craig. Yes, 100%. 100%. That's what watching this game film and seeing him. I mean, every time he scrambled to the right. And they had designed boots to the right. Never go to the left, man. And I'm thinking, did the coaches not see this? Are we not, even if you didn't see it on film, shouldn't you like see it during the game and go, maybe we should stop him from running to the right because he's killing us with that. Make him run to the left. See what happens then. Yeah, he scrambled to the right all game long. I need to sit down and count it, but I guarantee you it was over 20 times. Right around 20, probably. I don't think Yaya played that bad, did he? Could have been better for sure. I wouldn't say he had a bad year. Just wasn't good. Wasn't great. It was good. It was okay. Bowles is no Dan Campbell. I tell you, man, Joe, I would trade for Dan Campbell in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I'd trade for Dan Campbell light. Just just some attitude. That's something I feel like head coaches, that's their job. Head coaches should not be play callers. I don't like play calling head coaches. I like head coaches that know how to manage people and develop culture. That's what I like. I think head coaches should set the attitude for the players. That's their job, I feel like. Manage everybody and get the right culture in that locker room. That's what a head coach is. And I like these, gritty, hard nosed guys that these coaches that I love the Campbell, we'll bite your kneecaps. you know, you know, you might beat us, but you're gonna know you were in a fight. Chunky Campbell soup bowls. Yeah, no pick sixes this year. I think we set a record for least interceptions in Buccaneers history. Something like that. I think we had 7. That's atrocious. Yeah, Craig, I don't know. I don't know about that handoff thing. I don't know who to blame. Yeah, I guess you got to say Baker. I mean, what's anybody else supposed to do? Yeah, but right, by batting balls. Golston used to be great at that. What's happened? Before Bowles came. I mean, you don't even see our guys jump up that much. Well, Winfield does. Winfield will come running to the line and he'll jump 10 feet in there. Vita will try, but he can't jump. But getting interceptions, we're just not an aggressive. Our secondary just doesn't play aggressive. We've got a lot of that Arthur Smith mentality. When we had him as our defensive coordinator, was it Arthur Smith or Mike Smith? Mike Smith. That keep it in front of you mentality. Just let them catch the ball and then tackle them. But a lot of times we forget to tackle too. But we definitely have a very soft mentality back there, and it drives me crazy. Rampage still hates our interior O line. I think they'll be better next year, man. Well, you can see our guys, our defenders in the secondary, when the ball is thrown, they'll take false steps, instead of getting there, instead of attacking the ball or the player, they'll like kind of like be like a cartoon character where they whoop, 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 whoop with their feet. You know, it's very strange. I think so too, Rampage. I think it's more balls than talent. He's just, that's why I wonder, if we get, some good cornerbacks, is it going to help any? That's true, Craig. Yeah. Yeah. Hayes stayed in there. And I don't like that mentality too. I'm a big believer in that with Bruce Arians. He said that. He was like, he was a big believer in, if you get hurt and the guy behind you plays better or just as well, I'm keeping that guy in. Because guess what? He doesn't get hurt, you know? And when we kept letting, we've done this for years, Dean will get hurt, he'll be out for some games, and he'll come back and he gets a start spot back, and just over and over and over. It's kind of like Kate Otten and Payne Durham. I think Payne Durham played well in Kate Otten's absence, just as good, And then for Kate Otten to come back and be able to play in this playoff game to take Payne Durham's spot, I was kind of like, and then Kate Otten didn't play that well. I don't think he was ready to come back, or he just wasn't in it mentally or something. I think it sends a message. Just you're gonna get if you're gonna get hurt, next man up, and he's gonna keep your job if he plays good. But we don't have that mentality with Bowles. Yeah, Yaya is mid, but I do like his attitude. When he had that play, I know a lot of y'all didn't like it, but I love this type of stuff. When he ripped that guy's helmet off, elbowed him in the stomach, kicked him in the face, and then kicked his helmet. That right there, I was like, I like that attitude, man. Uh, I just worry that, we'll get a good edge rusher and then Todd Bowles is going to drop him back in coverage 30% of the time. Gilgamesh, what's up, brother? Todd Bowles is mid. That's how I feel. Caleb on the Commanders isn't going 12-5. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. NFL's going to the dynamic quarterbacks. I mean, there's like no pocket passes left anymore. Uh, Sam Darnold, maybe. I don't really see him as a dynamic quarterback, but he's still rushing. How about the Vikings just got stomped last night? Um, the quarterback for the Falcons this year, he's like the last of the Mohicans with the pocket passers, man. I don't know. See, Rich, I'd like Cliff Kingsbury as a play caller. He's very good at crafting his offenses for the talent he's got. It'd be interesting to see what he could do with Caleb. I don't like Caleb myself, though. Todd Bowles, we got to coach it better and they got to execute it better. Yeah, I'm not blaming Baker for this game, not by any stretch of the imagination. We're just trying to figure out that fumble, whose fault it was. And I got to lay it at Baker's feet. I think it was just Those are hard plays. We talked about it all year, and I've really, it's one of the things that I've been most impressed with Liam Cohn is how he's got our offense doing these. We don't run a super complex offense, but we do a lot of stuff, and we do it very well. We haven't had issues like that all year long. You would expect it to happen at the beginning of the year, but we didn't. We didn't have issues with the snapper and the quarterback. Up until the end of the year, we kind of had a few. But Liam just had this offense running very smooth, very fast in a somewhat complex offense. We do a lot of that. I call it point of contact. We'll fake the jet sweep and we'll spin around and hand it off to a running back, or we'll toss it after a fake, a play action. We do a lot of that, and we haven't messed it up this year. We waited till the playoffs to really screw it up. Yeah, I don't like the dynamic quarterbacks, Craig. I'm more of a pocket passer guy, but it was, we you had guys come in the league, Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick, and they really brought that dynamic element. But it wasn't really until the Wildcat, Miami started doing the Wildcat formation, but you needed a running back for that. It didn't have passing in it. And then teams were like, it really took over the league. If you remember there for a while, the Wildcat formation kind of took over the league, but then it got shut down because you didn't really have a quarterback. You basically had three running backs back there. And so then teams started going, well, what if we had a quarterback that could play like a running back, but he could also throw it? And that's when the league started going. RPOs are nothing but Wildcat with a quarterback, So it's what we're seeing with all this stuff is just the evolution of the Wildcat, but with dynamic quarterbacks. I'm not really a fan of it. I freak out when running backs run because every time I'm just like, oh man, they're going to get clobbered and hurt. Like when Baker Mayfield runs, I'm like, oh, because he'll put his shoulder down. A lot of the smart ones like Mahomes, they'll run out of bounds or slide. But then you got the Josh Allens and the Baker Mayfields and like Lamar Jackson's very good at not getting hit. What's up, Baber? Yeah, that's what they were saying that the center said that it was the snap. He snapped it late. But still, Baker should have, spun around and realized that he was not going to be able to get the ball off right. Again, that's one of those plays where I'm not. It sucks that it happens, but I don't think it was really anybody's where you could go, oh, what a boneheaded play. It's just one of those things that happens, man. Just happened to us at a bad time. Yeah, I don't think it turns out. Most of the time it doesn't turn out, Rich. Dynamic quarterbacks are just, but that's the way the league's going. I mean, it's pretty much the evolution has already happened. Oh gosh, I loved that play, Gotti. That was probably my favorite play of the game. I think it was Craig said that that play and Baker Mayfield running over Warren Wagner was the two best plays of the game. And I'm like, yeah, well, those were pretty good. Yeah, I loved when I don't know how he didn't get penalized for that play hitting Daniels, because Daniels was out of bounds when he hit him, and he decleated Daniels. I mean, he lifted Daniels in the air, and he went 5 yards out of bounds. He looked like a rag doll. It was great. I don't know how that wasn't a penalty. I really don't. That's true, Rampage. Yeah, they do seem to regress under balls. I mean, look at Shaq Barrett. He's a perfect example. You know, I would even say Vita too, but yeah, our corners rarely jump routes. I mean, rarely. That's why I say they just don't play aggressive. Now McCullough will. He's done it. He's probably our most aggressive guy in the secondary right now, which is a shame because you want to say Whitehead, you want to say Winfield, but you can't. Not this year. Hey, Rampage isn't giving Bulls any credit. Jared Goff, yeah, pocket pass, yeah, that's a good one, Joe. And uh, Stafford, yeah, yeah, Goff, Baker, Stafford, yeah. Yeah. When he had Sue and Vita and JPP and Shaq Barrett and Devin White was playing on top of his game. I mean, that that was an incredible front, man. I mean, the quarterbacks had less than 3 seconds every snap. That's it. That's all you had. You were lucky if you got three. Normally it was 2.5. And a lot of times it wasn't even that much, but three was the max you were going to get. You couldn't hold those guys for more than 3 seconds. Yeah, and that's the thing too with the pocket passers is you don't get these fun and exciting when the plays break down and they got to scramble out of the pocket. It was Roethlisberger was great about that. That was Roethlisberger's whole career. It was the play breakdown. Roethlisberger sucked in the pocket. You know, his whole thing was the play breaking down and him scrambling and making something work. You know, so you don't get that with the pocket passers. Dennis Allen is better than balls. uh, yeah. Hopefully, Rich will get another year of Liam as offensive coordinator. I he probably won't be that good as a head coach right now, and hopefully this performance in the preseason has made teams kind of back off of him a little bit. We'll see. I would love it. I would love it if we could keep him as offensive coordinator for another year. If we're going to keep Bowles as a head coach. Yeah. Double digits saved his job for sure, Craig. But I said if we go into the playoffs and we lose in the first round of the wild card, there's still a chance he's going to go, and I still think there's a chance he might. It's a slim chance, but it's there. He might retire. Who knows? We don't know. Yeah. That fumble, not only the timing of it, but the positioning. It was they were already in field goal range, and then they just plopped it in for a touchdown because our defense was tired. They had just stopped. I think they had done a 14 play drive right before then. Something. Yeah. Yeah, we got away with a few penalties. They did too. They did too. I did not like the officiating in this game. I thought there were some really crappy calls. The chop block by Bucky Irvin, I thought that was crappy. I still think the too many men in the huddle was a crappy call, but Craig thinks it was the correct call. And I see, technically it was correct because he was in the huddle for a tenth of a second. There was another play too that. Let me see what else. 320, 3rd and 6. Let's see if this one makes us mad. 320 in the fourth quarter. It's his 3rd and 6 now. 3rd and 6. The score is 2020. Let me see, 30 We got 32. He lines up about 5 yards off the ball on a 3rd and 6. We only rushed 3. Look at this. We only rushed 3. I think we're spying. Nelson is spying. 45's got the running back. David's got the tight end there or fullback, whatever he is. We drop cover 2. Looks like man. Yeah, man is my favorite defense in the world. But what happens is the same thing that happens every time. Push off. He pushes right here at the bend. Right there. Gets that separation on Josh Hayes. Boom. But why do you only rush 3 on a 3rd and 6? I mean, how long? I'm going to time this. Time to throw. 3rd and 6, yeah. We just couldn't stop them, man. Of course, I say that, but we stopped them twice on 4th down. I don't know. I'm just angry. All right, time to throw. Three seconds. Yeah, but you could see the receiver there, Brown. He pushes right off of Hayes, right when he makes the bend. He actually puts a shoulder into him, it looks like, right there. I can't rewind like I can with my right. Bam, right there. He hits Hayes right in the chest. And it pushes right there. Boom, open. And that ended up being a 26-yard catch and run on a 3rd and 6 when we rushed 3. But look at David. He just looks so despondent, man. Yeah, you can see he looks like he's spying. The one of 2 or 3 times I saw this happen. And he's got him, and Levante went out with the linebacker or a tight end. Then this is probably the play that cost us the game. This was 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10. Scores 20-20. Now they got to get to up in here for a field goal. Now, Yaya does a great job here. I thought he saw that this guy was going out for the check down. And then he gets out there, but then he's backwards and he can't spin around for the ball. He like overshot it. But I mean, the quarterback literally threw it right at Yaya. I don't think he thought Yaya was going to go back into coverage there. I think Yaya just saw this read and took it. You know, I mean, he's kind of he sees 30 coming out right here. It's a great play by Yaya to start off with, and then see, he's already throwing it or in his throwing motion. And Yaya's right there. He just couldn't. He overshot it. And then he doesn't make the tackle. It's just crap like that. That's why we lost the game, man. And it puts them in field goal range. Now here's the very next play. The defense is all discombobulated. You can see they're kind of running around. See everybody. And then Levante tells them to shift, and they snap the ball right in mid-shift. Watch this. Right there. 94 jumps. I'm surprised that wasn't called offsides. 94 right there. Neutral zone infraction. Watch, he'll jump. Right there. And you can see their shift. They're in the middle of shift, and the ball snaps. Boop. So they're caught. They were caught. And then that gave them that was an 8-yard run. So then it puts it in 3rd and 2. Now this is for reals. We got to stop them now, because if they get this, not this play, the next play, the play after this, because we do stop them here. Logan Hall with the stop. And then they run 4 seconds off the clock. We call timeout. And then we got to stop them here. This is 3rd and 2. Because if they, from right here, they could kick a field goal, but we'll get the ball back. And we could try to go down, and if we stop them here. But if we don't stop them here, then they can run the clock out down to the last second and then kick a field goal. And guess what they do? Play action, roll out to the right. Cansey almost gets him. Actually ends up getting his towel, his butt towel. And then right here, you can see Logan Hall, who was, I'll show you later, was getting blocked up. He couldn't contain outside. And then he rolls up on David here, hurting David. And David was out for the very next play. The only play David missed was the next play where they kneel down. But if you look, Logan's got contained. He's the outside guy, right? You could even say Levante. Boom. 71 goes out to Levante. 63 has got horrible leverage here on Logan, but Logan gives him great leverage. Boom. Look at this. Now he's all blocked up. And he's one-on-one. He's free. He's free. He's free. He's the only one getting blocked up. Well, him and Levante. But Levante's looking. Now Logan gets free there. Levante pushes him back inside. Too late. Logan hauls away, too far behind. And then boom, comes in, rolls up on Levante. Levante is hurting. And then the next play, they just kneel down. This is funny though. Watch what Golston does. Golston, here's a quarterback. He's getting ready to kneel down. Golston takes his offensive lineman and shoves him into the quarterback. I love it. Hey, you know, that's what you got to do. Try to make him fumble or something. Here's Golston. He shoves this guy into the quarterback, I think. Yeah. I love it. Then, of course, you get the doink. What's up, Bodie? But see, that's the thing. You know, why blitz and then play off coverage 10 yards? You know, you're leaving receivers open, you know, for that period where the blitz is coming in. I don't know, man. Yes. Yes, Joe. I would say that. Yeah. 100%. Our secondary plays the opponent, not the ball. Yeah, we never play the ball. That's how many times have we seen this year? I pointed out that quarterbacks will throw right at our cornerbacks because they're not looking at the ball. They're looking at the receiver. Yeah, that's something I've noticed, Rampage. Players getting paid and then not playing well afterwards. We should do a meta-analysis of that. Yeah, Light was talking today about how they're not going to get rid of balls. Or so I read. Like I said, I haven't listened to any interview. I've just been angry and I don't want to get more angrier. It's very quiet at the Bucks house, I know. Right. Rampage. Look, Todd Bowles has very been blessed with our division sucking. And they have. They've sucked. Panthers have sucked. Falcons have sucked. Saints have sucked. I don't think it's gonna be that way next year. Well, the Panthers are still gonna suck. No, you know, that's something I noticed too, Rich, that like all the national media was saying the Redskins were gonna win. I was like, what? We shouldn't have won, we shouldn't have lost this game. We really shouldn't have. It was like that Dallas game. We shouldn't have lost that either. We're just like a bipolar team, man. Yeah, Joe, I'll never understand it. It's one of the most infuriating things about our defense is, you know, how we'll line up so far off the receivers. We rarely play press. Rarely. It's almost like Todd Bowles is scared of it, you know? And you know, we'll line up 5, 10 yards off the ball on a 3rd and 4. Just don't understand it. I mean, we've complained about this for years, but this year it's really been bad. Yeah, game was over right there. Bulls needs 11 guys who can cover like primetime, rush like LT. Also, we could leave someone wide open over the deep middle. That's funny. It'll be interesting to see with Raheem Morris. It will really be interesting to see. You know, that year he had with us, 2010, that was a great year of football, man. I tell you what, we were, everybody accused the Glazers of being cheap, and they were, not paying people. It was a weird thing in between the uh, uh, salary cap situation where teams could do what they do and not pay people. It was a very weird time in football, and we got Raheem Morris as the head coach. We were paying him peanuts. We were paying our whole team peanuts. We had all these new guys, but the guys we had, I'm always, it just blows me away when I think about the guys we had on that 2010 football team. Um, how many of them went on to be Super Bowl winning players, and uh, gosh, our offensive line, even Donald Penn, Jeremy Zuda, David Joseph, Jeremy Trueblood. A lot of people didn't like Jeremy Trueblood. We had Kellen Winslow at tight end, Josh Freeman at quarterback. That was his first year, and he did really good. Ernest Graham as fullback, Cadillac Williams, Gerald McCoy, Roy Miller, Styles White, Michael Bennett. We got Aqib Talib, Rondé Barber, Tenard Jackson, EJ Biggers. I used to love EJ Biggers. uh, LeGarrette Blunt, DeMar Dotson. Of course, Dotson wasn't playing then. I mean, we had a stacked football team, but nobody knew it because all these guys were new. Looking back on it now, I mean, LeGarrette Blunt, Michael Bennett, Aqib Talib. I mean, all those guys went on to play and win Super Bowls with other teams. They were like large parts of those teams. Anyhow, but yeah, Raheem Morris, with that team, man, he had that young and hungry, and we were playing lights out, man. And then 2011 rolled out. First part of 2011, we continued. We were just the first 4 or 5 games, man. We were stomping everybody, and then we just imploded. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Raheem if he learned his lesson. I don't think he has. Canales, he might be a great head coach. I think he's really, but I think he jumped into it too early, and I think he's with an owner that's not going to give him a whole bunch of time. So I think I said he'll be fired at the end of next year, 2025. Super Bowl champs, okay. I don't know if I'd go that far. I think we should have definitely gone division round, you know. So annoying to get knocked out by the Redskins in wild card round. It's so stupid. I've got a long history with the Redskins, and I just don't like them. You rather have Todd over Raheem? I probably would too, to be honest with you. Oh, that is true, Craig. Yeah. It's like they need to have somebody, they need to hire somebody that just does timeouts in the game. Was it Arians? Didn't Arians have that? Who was it? Might have been Cutter. They hired somebody to just tell them when to call timeouts. It's a smart thing to do. I would. What's up, Rock? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Raheem, like I said, has learned his lesson and can keep the team intact. You know, not have all the infighting, all that doink, man. Look at McCullum. He was so distraught. Oh, and watch on this field goal attempt. These two don't do anything. They stand up and they actually step back. I don't know what's going on there. It looked like it was some type of plan. I know Golston has always been very good, or used to be very good at blocking punts. Maybe they were trying to get him in. But I don't know what this fake, like you're going to blitz, or fake like you're going to push, what they were trying to do there. I really don't know. But look at Golston. Or McMillan, man. He's just distraught here. Look at that. Yeah, that's a guy that cares about the game. He's distraught. Who was that? Ah. But yeah, it's Vita and Gaines, or Vita and no, that's Nelson. They rush forward and then stop, stand up, and step back. I don't know what they're doing here. Ugh. Hard to watch, man. Tom, I haven't looked to see. I'm pretty sure you were the season winner for the score predictions. I'll do the math on that later. Rock, I'm just angry. I was sad yesterday. I'm more angry today. Right, yeah, Craig. And that I could tell y'all the story of that night with the Redskins when the Redskins beat the Buccaneers in the playoffs in 2005. Gosh, when was that? It was 19 years ago. So 20 would be 2000, 2004. So 2005, right? Yeah. I can tell you the story of that night. It was a crazy, crazy night. Who is the worst division? Who would we say is the worst division? Tennessee, the AFC East, if no, AFC South. Who is the worst division? You have to say AFC South, right? That's what I'd go with. All the AFC East is making a they're making an appearance on the list. I thought Miami was going to do something, man, but they look like they're stuck. They're not going to get any better. that head coach, man, he's too soft. Yeah, got to go with the AFC South, I think. Colts are man, what has happened to them? Jacksonville, another one, same thing. You thought they'd get better, but no, they're getting worse. Tennessee, kind of expected it with Tennessee, though. Oh, Rock, I can't even talk about it, man. That was one of the worst nights of my life for many reasons. But the game was pretty. The game started it off. No, Craig, something similar to that, but not that. The AFC and AFC East. NFC West overrated. I tell you what, how about the Rams though, man? Somebody asked me last night who I thought was going to win. I said the Rams. Somebody was like, "What?" I don't know how the Vikings have won so many games this year. I guess when you got a receiver like that. Oh, I loved LeGarrette Blunt. That was the hardest player separation I've ever had to go through as a Buccaneer fan. And I saw Warren Sapp leave. I saw John Lynch leave. I saw the way we did Derek Brooks. Was not happy about that. But LeGarrette Blunt, man, I loved him. And the way we just got rid of him, I was so upset. I was so upset. And then he just turned out to be a great running back for many, many years. Oh yeah, Sean Taylor spitting in Michael Pittman's face, yeah, which was so wild because Pittman was such a good guy. I mean, just like a great guy. Yeah, the Rams are good. They, at the beginning of the year, everybody wrote them off mid-season, but they just sit there and throw it to Pakua like all night. For some reason, he's always getting open. All right, I got to get off here. I got McDonald's waiting for me. I just got the message. They home and got my food. So, guys, angry. Just disappointed, angry. I was sad yesterday. Not sad anymore. I'm just angry. But anyhow, I appreciate y'all hanging out and getting me through the therapy session. Can't talk tonight, and my colors are all weird. I got to work on them. We'll have to see if I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow night or not. I'm not going to promise anything, so just keep your eye open. We'll see. But I got to get off here, and until next time, go Bucks.